Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. I was holding my breath. Woof, yeah, I know. I was holding my breath for a while there. For those of you who don't know, I do wait for Wolfie to woof to start off the episode. And in order to prepare myself, I kind of hold my breath so that I already have a breath in my lungs so that I can say hello with all the pith and vinegar of my normal salutations for a new episode of Far Lands or Bust. So that was fun. Nearly hyperventilated there, but we are ready to continue in episode 428 of the series. Gotta kind of navigate this minefield of cacti, because Wolfie likes to impale himself upon them. But, oh, Lord, yeah, let's go this way. Let's just go into the forest, into the woods, as it would be. Isn't that like a new movie that's coming out, based upon a play that is based upon every single story in the history of time ever? Original ideas. We have none of them left, basically, as us as humanity have none of them left. So we will just recycle and recycle. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Speaking of new ideas, we are continuing on with our Minecraft YouTube series. Oh man, never take a moment to, I never miss a moment. Excuse me, to riff on your own incompetence, Kurt. Keep it up. But yeah, we're continuing Far Lands or Bust. In episode 428, this is Wednesday, December 17th, 2014. What is this madness? 2 Far Lands or Busts in 2 days. Is this going to become an everyday series, you ask? Of course not. That would just be silliness. I'm just trying to get back on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, and that is why I'm recording on a Wednesday, because I had one yesterday because I missed Monday, but trying to get back on schedule. Whoa, okay, don't hit Wolfie. All right, trying to get back on schedule, so that just means that the last episode will not quite get the view count that the others do. Normally, we're getting about 17,000 views before the next episode comes out of Far Lands or Bust, probably mostly due to the fact that I put them up on my YouTube channel, and they just autoplay there. Pretty significant reduction. I remember back in the heyday of YouTube, get up to and upwards of 25,000. If it was a really good episode, 40 or 50,000. But not anymore. The tides have shifted. The seas have lowered. The reservoirs have dried up, and we are in a drought. Much like most of the state of California, eh? I added about 17 additional syllables to that, but, you know. But yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's all right. Last episode I thought was pretty good, but that's fine. It's fine. No. Just don't bother. Just, you're fine. No. Don't worry about it. What you can worry about, however, worry. I need you to worry and panic and exhibit anxiety and fear over the fact that we're still raising money for Child's Play charity. And we are up to $16,500.90. 33% of our goal this season, Season 5, of $50,000. Keep giving at farlandsorbust.com. When we reach that goal is when I press F3 and we finally find out how far we've walked. A lot of F noises happening there. Ooh, look, I'm sitting on my pants. Is that animation still screwy? Ooh, I want to kind of check this area out. There's like waterfalls and stuff. Is that still screwy in the current versions of the game? Where when you sit in a boat, you're actually technically still standing? Possibly. You know what I should do? I should make some shears, because I am going to be running out of wool eventually. Oh my gosh, and my helmet's about to break as well. That was something I mentioned about 3 or 4 episodes ago, is that I needed to replace my armor. Maybe I should do that. Yoink. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, when was the last time we replaced this armor? Is this the armor from the beginning of Season 5? Because, yeah, I replaced my armor at the beginning when we had our 1479940 monument. And, yeah, this might be... What episode was that? That was episode 3 something. So, probably maybe in the 320s, maybe? Yeah, because I had episode 300 was actually kind of close to the... Was it? I don't know anymore, but either way, let's say armor maybe... Oh god! Lasts maybe about 100 episodes before we gotta replace it. I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit walled in here by this wall, as would be indicative by the wall I'm trying to overcome. But yeah, we gotta... Maybe we could try that this episode, or maybe I should look back. Oh! Look back at, Who bones? Who bones? Who clangs bones? Alright, here we go. Who knows? Who knows? We'll check that out, but yeah, eventually my helmet's gonna break if I hit my head on a low branch anytime soon, but yeah, where was I? Talked about the Farlands Bust for Child's Play charity, great cause, etc., etc. Space news, we have this Friday, and I'm mentioning this now because the Friday episode of Farlands Bust will not be up in time to warn you, but you will want to tune in to NASA TV on Friday because it is that SpaceX Dragon capsule atop a Falcon 9 that is going to launch towards the International Space Station, the 5th. I think this is CR5. The 5th Dragon capsule, traveling, resupply ship, if you will, to the International Space Station, is going to launch tomorrow. I'm sorry, not tomorrow. Blah, 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 confusion. Friday is going to launch Friday at 1:22 p.m. Eastern Time. That is 1822 GMT. So add that to your calendars. And yay, it's a rocket launch, so watch it. But there is something very special happening with this rocket launch that I mentioned before. That is, they are going to attempt for the first time to land vertically the first stage of the Falcon 9 on top, and to be able to be recovered. They have a barge, a landing pad barge. It looks like a helicopter landing pad, except it's much bigger, and it's floating on the ocean. A barge is going to be located about 200 miles northeast of Cape Canaveral, where the rocket will launch from, Kennedy Space Center, east coast of Florida, just east of Orlando. It's going to be positioned in the ocean, like I said, about 200 about 200 miles off the coast, and the first stage, the 15, or I'm sorry, I overstated, 14-story tall. So think of a 14-story building going to space, turning around, coming back, and landing vertically by way of rockets, flames emitting from its underside. And yeah, that's going to be the first attempt of that. They've soft landed in the ocean before. They have the legs, and it slows down and hovers over the surface of the ocean, but then it cuts off, and they've all gotten destroyed because it's a 14-story skyscraper that hits the water and then flops over. So this is the first time they're actually going to attempt to land on a barge, a solid landing pad, and then recover it. It's craziness. Obviously, their goal is to be able to do that with such precision multiple times in future missions that they can say, okay, we can successfully land, safely land, and recover our first stage of our rockets. We are now going to do it on the land, near, probably not on the launch pad. Obviously, the launch pad has its own set of requirements and support buildings on it, but near the launch pad. So it'll turn around and go back to Florida. But this is the first attempt at this. I hope they have live coverage of the attempted landing. It's a little bit of a difficult thing because they're obviously going to be out in the ocean, and in the past we've seen that the video feed from that first stage is quite spotty, but I hope that we have some sort of video coverage of the attempted landing of that first stage. They are saying, SpaceX is saying, it's a little bit less they're very conservative. They're saying there's probably a little bit less than a 50% success rate, a successful landing. Yeah, they're giving like 50-50 chances. I'm assuming they're going to be extremely cautious. They don't want to accidentally destroy this landing barge that they spent so much time building. So if anything were to go even slightly off nominal, they might just terminate the program and dump it in the ocean, as opposed to crash landing on the pad or whatever and destroying two things. So either way, they've surprised us in the past. Either way, could be a possible milestone there for spaceflight. The first time a liquid booster instead of Bueller, get it, would be recovered after sending its payload to orbit. So let's watch that, and let's watch our beds, because we're gonna go sleep and continue in the morning. And awakeness. Oh, I waited too long. And awakeness indeed. So yeah, like I said, that is at 1:22 p.m. Eastern Time, Friday, 1822 GMT. That'll be on NASA TV. The best way to get there is www.nasa.gov/NTV, like NASA TV, and that's kind of the quick link to get you redirected to the streams and the HD setup and whatever. Otherwise, you can watch directly on Ustream. They use Ustream to stream that sort of stuff. But cool things, cool things indeed. So Wolfie goes barreling into the ocean himself. That was not a soft landing. All right, let's get a couple boats. Let us reclaim our crafting bench and continue with Where did that go? Oh, I got it. Okay. Continue with a little bit more space news. Hey, there we go. The Curiosity rover, the Mars exploration rover lander thingamabob, which has been doing its science for over a year now, roving around on the surface of Mars, has detected something very interesting. That is to say, it has identified a spike in methane. Methane in the atmosphere on Mars there. This is not the first time we have detected methane in the atmosphere of Mars. It has been detected by the Express orbiter. I believe it's the Mars Express, yeah. Mars Express orbiter has sensors that look at and through the atmosphere, and it has detected a small amounts, but verifiable amounts of methane in the atmosphere of Mars. I believe this might be the first time a rover on the surface has detected it, and the interesting thing about it is how it drove through an area. It got a spike of, say, I think it was 10 times the kind of normal amount, and then as it drove out of an area, it went back down. So there's like changing conditions. Could be the winds, could be something else, but there's changing and variable. It's not just equally diffused in the atmosphere. Changing amounts of methane on Mars. Of course, the headline grabber for everybody wanting you to click on their articles on the internet are saying, ooh, organic molecules of methane discovered on Mars. Possible life? ? Click to find out. Click through our 10-image slideshow, each one presenting you with a different click and advertisement to learn more about this. There's still a lot to be looked into this, obviously. The first thing to keep in mind is that methane can be present on a planet in the atmosphere due to geologic things. That's the scientific. Geological processes. That was the word I was looking for. That's far more of a scientific word. Processes. Especially if you don't say processes, you say processes. Just like aluminium. Through geologic processes with water and rocks can be released into the atmosphere. Or could be little life forms, little anaerobic, is that the word I'm looking for? Life that, as a byproduct, gives off the gas. Speaking of gases, gives off the gas methane. So there's a lot to be looked into there before any definitive headlines are to be written. So all these things I'm seeing on Tumblr, on the Twitters, that, ooh, life on Mars? What a great day! No, that would be a much bigger deal than what it actually is. Just methane on Mars obviously would help if Curiosity found another spike. That's the way science works. I tried to jump, didn't make it, but this little leaf helped me out there. You have to have not only a result, but repeatable results. So looking forward to see what else they could do with that. But that is interesting news. We are still doing science on the surface of Mars with our rovers. Very cool stuff indeed. So yeah, that's your space news. But I'm very interested in Friday's Falcon 9 launch. That will be an interesting pickle to land. It's a pickle. But anyway, let's continue on here. I do have some questions from donors. I've got donors and patron questions. EMC73, who I think I answered a question from in the last episode as well, this time asks, similar to MC Gamer and his Zelda collection, do you have any collections, or have you ever started any collections? Probably not to the extent or with the dedication that some people, or say like MC Gamer does with, ooh, hey, have a seat, Wolfie. I want to kind of investigate this. This is a luxury underground cavern. It's 2,700 square feet. Prime real estate. Woof. All offers accepted? Huh. I think those are just normal zombies, not spawned from a spawner zombies, but neat. Sorry. Any collections? Not really. On and off, I've had collections. Woo. I've had... I'm very panicked about every little hole in the ground now. I was for a little bit, I got some of those 1/18th scale die-cast model cars, which now reside in a box because I had to take them with me on the move. So that was kind of a collection, an ill thought out collection that I no longer collect. They're just collecting dust. I had quite a few Legos, but I don't know... I'm sorry, Lego. Oh, gosh, I'm going to get stabbed in the face by the internet. Lego, but I don't know if that would be considered a collection, because I was a kid, and that's just toys. Every kid has toys, so maybe that was just toys I had. Trying to think... Collected. No... Yeah, like, I can't say like some people collect baseball cards and they know exactly blah, 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 this, that, and the other. Like MC Gamer has, there's kind of it always seems like a true collection, there's like a purpose or a goal behind it. I've just gathered stuff with various levels of my own interest about the things. So... yeah, oh, there goes that. That's awesome. Thank you. Do I still have my helmet? Yep, I do. Oh. Yeah, I can't say... I'm looking, like, around, trying to think. No collections, not really. That was my mouth, by the way. Sorry, that was my thinking mouth noise. That's the information escaping from my brain. Those cars, Lego, sort of. I had a lot of the pirate Lego, but again, I don't consider that a collection. That was like toys I played with and built and things. Oh, yeah, well, I did get into model planes when I was into the whole airplane thing growing up. Like the little plastic model planes that you have to paint. and glue together with a very toxic glue that destroys your brain cells. Those just got frustrating after a while. I got to the point where it's just like, it's really difficult, especially growing up as a kid. Maybe as an adult, I can see how adults get into stuff like that, where they can get really detailed, or they can get the specified paintbrushes or little airbrush things to make the model airplane seem very cool. Is this a spawner? Yeah, that's gotta be a spawner. It's gotta be. It's the perfect size. Here, come over here, Wolfie. Oop, don't sink down there, however. Wolfie, no, up here. Up. Watch out for the riptide. Come on. There we go. Oop. He sat down and jumped at the same time. Let us collect some more dirt to do this properly. Oh, I guess we're gonna be sleeping here as well. But yeah, those old plastic Revell, wasn't that the name of the company that made a lot of the plastic models? But yeah, I just got frustrated after a while, and there are still a bunch. I'm hoping, and it's possible my parents got rid of them, but there were a bunch of unbuilt model airplanes. I had a Super Fortress, the Enola Gay. It came with a little miniature atomic bomb. I had, a few other just like unbuilt models. But yeah, those can get frustrating really fast, especially with little tiny parts, and they're just made out of cheapo plastic, and they break, or you mess up with the paint, and it's like, oh, I accidentally painted over the windshield. Diggity dang it. So I gave up on that after a while. I had quite a few finished, though, and that was actually something that I went through, and I ended up getting rid of a lot of the old models I built. Because they're all, the glue after 10 years or so gets dry and cracks and the things fall apart. I had, like a stealth fighter. I had a couple P-51 Mustangs, a B-17. I had a B-52, which was the wrong scale to the rest of them, so it was a lot smaller than it should have been, and a strange little collection, but again, not to the extent, not a die-hard collection. Let's collect right now some Z's and continue excavating this thing in the morning. And awakeness. Do we need? No, I don't need any pigs, but yeah, this has got to be a spawner. It's gotta be. I will not accept anything other than a spawner down here. Oh, I might have... Oh, no, it's a zombie spawner. This is probably where one of the chests are. Yep, oh, there goes that spoon. Oh, I need another one already. All right. I hear footsteps on the sand. What do we have in there? Buckets, bread. I suppose I'll get that half a heart back. Zombie bread. Where else? Oh, I don't have a shovel now. Dang it! I suppose I'll do that. Boop, boop. Very nice. And while I'm at it, make a new hat. Size 7 3/4, please. A fitted hat, like we talked about before. I'm starting to think. I was wearing my hat the other day. It kind of hurts. Perhaps I'm 7 7/8 for my hat size. I should consider that. It's just the fitted hats are so expensive, it's kind of hard to justify buying one and only to have it not fit. Although, if it's the case that I've been buying the wrong size all along, then that was the problem. Regardless, this might be an only single chest. Only one chesticle. I demand more! Oh, wait, that would be over here. Oh, there it is, there it is. Ooh, hello. What do we got? I'll take the wheat and the iron to recover what we just used. String, saddle, buckets. Nope. Nope, no soup for you. Alright, let's get out of here. Whoops, can't do that. Get out! And you know what? For the fun of it, let's reopen these guys up. Drown! I declare you should drown, my friends. Blub, 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 blub. Stinks to be those guys. Which way was I going? Oh, that's the way I came from. Alright, let's go this way then. Woof! Wolfie nose. Oh, I need that shovel to be over there. Awesome. Alright. Continuing on. I should have left my helmet in one of those chests, I guess. Oh well. I suppose I should wear my helmet. Kind of silly. Build a brand new helmet and then not wear it. Comfy. So yeah, thanks for that question, regardless, even though I don't really have much of a good answer for it. Let's see here. Matthias, a patron of the arts, a patron of the Farlands or Busts, asks, what games are you looking forward to in 2015? I honestly have no idea. I don't know what games are coming out in 2015. Those of you who do know me or have known me for quite a while know that I'm obviously a gamer, obviously, but I don't get into the big releases, the big blockbuster releases. I also don't, I don't really keep a forward look at game releases coming out. I know. Oh, I think Gravity Ghost just got a release date. It might be January. I might be incorrect. But what's her name? The developer. Lively Ivy Games. Yeah. You remember Gravity Ghost? We tried one of the early builds. She gave us for the testing out of. It's the one where you're it's kind of like Orbitalis. Or, well, it was the other way around. I played Orbitalis afterwards. But, there's little gravity wells and you gotta swing around. Little mini games, a relaxing game. There's no death or no fail state, like I said. And there's been a lot of work. I've seen a lot of art and video, and she does live streams of the development. And it looks so much different than the version we played. The art is much more refined, and it's definitely like an art style, that drawn style. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to playing the full game of that. Gravity Ghost. It's an indie game. What else are we looking at? There's a game I already have that I'm looking forward to playing, perhaps with some other folks, but it's called Sub Rosa. It is by the game developers whose name escapes me, but it is kind of a cool physics-based shooter kind of drivey game. It was the what was that one game I played? The touring car champion or something. Same little indie developer who does a lot of cool little kind of games, and they're also working on a shooter that is completely physics based. That's how they work, is that there aren't any animations. All of their games, there aren't animations or technically pixels. They're all vector based, and they have, the movement, the walking is all based on physics. It's kind of hard to explain, but Sub Rosa is one of those. I got, it's still in alpha, early alpha, I believe, but I'm looking forward to trying that out. Again, the list of many indie games I have here on this notepad keeps growing longer, and I should turn around and actually check some of those off. Which goes on to the next question by Matthias, patron. Asks, what are your goals for Farlands and your channel in 2015? Obviously, I want to get much better at trying out a bunch of different games. That was something I was watching a BOO live stream a little bit. And he was saying how he's playing a lot of Minecraft and he's doing a lot of modded Minecraft stuff. And he's like, one of the things I want to do is, a lot of people he noticed really liked his SimCity. And also he's doing an NBA game. And he's like, a lot of people like these non-Minecraft games. I really want to start playing more games, more non-Minecraft games on the YouTubes. And I would say that's a goal of mine as well, to try to, I want to try not to be a two-trick pony here with Minecraft, and now racing games are definitely becoming a pretty common thing on my channel. But I do want to branch out a bit to try other things, if not for just one-off things like the indie game kind of little featurettes, or trying some of the games like, okay, I still want to. That's what I should do before Christmas. Before I take a little bit of a family break for Christmas. Ooh, what was that? I just hit like a stutter. Not to like say stutters are bad, but it's very strange when it happens to you, and it normally doesn't. Woo! I should get checked out. Did I already use most of my boats? All right. So yeah, I want to play I should play Eidolon to get a couple episodes in. Even though it's kind of there really is no goal or point, but it is kind of a cool explore. The kind of Proteus type of games. I want to kind of. That was always a part of my channel. Proteus, a slower speed of light. Those weird, not so games. I want to kind of bring that up to the level of, say, my Minecraft content or my racing game content on my channel, to be a little bit unique, set myself apart from the sea here of other YouTube Let's Players. So look forward to that maybe, and also of course working on these other projects. I've said I want to get started and get running with the Patreon, like the vlog channel, the other stuff. What else have I been doing? The console game. Obviously, I want to play more than just Forza games on Xbox. I have unpacked the PlayStation 2. I want to start. I gotta buy an adapter so I can record that. But go back and play some classic games. Play Destruction Derby 2 on my channel. Come on, it'll be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. At least I hope it's awesome. I hope it's not like, oh, this game stinks after 12 years of not playing it. Playing the original Tomb Raider series, just, fun, crazy, awesome stuff like that. Oh, that is probably not what I wanted to do. Sorry, Wolfie, don't get punched. Don't get punched. Don't get punched. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. So yeah. Goals, I certainly have them, and I want to keep improving. I very much want to keep improving, and I'm seeing a little bit of a shift on YouTube. Maybe this last year and a little bit of the year before was a lot of people simply trying to do what was popular, a la the PewDiePie popularity, and it was a lot of people just copycat. It seems like a lot more people want to do stuff that they enjoy, stuff that they want to do, and just then let the audience come to them, as opposed to seeking out an audience that already exists. Does that make sense? Or maybe that's just my own feeling, so I'm just applying it to everybody. I could be wrong. But those are the goals, perhaps, and certainly Farlands or Bust is always on the top of the list. The to-do list, the goals for KurtJMac. And yes, my channel is KurtJMac, but whenever they changed over the Google Plus integration, they changed the name of my channel to Farlands or Bust, and I have problems changing it back because I do not have a Google Plus. I am one of the last holdouts. I am the last one. I am holding on to my raft, and it is slowly sinking around me. Just holding out. Maybe, just maybe, they'll backtrack on the whole Google Plus thing, and we can regain control, and we will be in a much better place than everybody who did get Google Plus, right? That's the reason I'm doing this. But yeah, I always see in every single video, when did you change your channel name to Farlands or Bust? I thought you were KurtJMac. I didn't change it. Nothing has changed. I've literally not changed a single setting. It's the fact that I didn't change it, which has caused it to automatically change to Farlands or Bust. Whoopity-doo. Whoopity-doo. Nothing I can do about that. Alright, so let's make this a full-size hidey hole here. And remind everybody, you can keep going to farlandsorbust.com to donate to Child's Play charity. We're at 33% of our way to $50,000 here for Season 5. And we'll get closer and closer until we finally reach that goal, and then we will have another Flobathon. Well, I guess I'll make another boat, and then we'll have another Flobathon, and we'll press F3 to see how far we have come in this past year-ish. Let's get that out of there. Bloop. All right. No. Let's do that. got some cobble underneath the bed. I don't know what else I need to do. I'll slowly replace my armor, I suppose. It'll be a process. And I hope you stick around to watch. I hope you stick around to watch as I slowly replace my armor. That is the point of Farlands Bust, after all. Oh man, but yeah, Wednesday episode of Farlands Bust. Here it is. I look forward to next Friday, and don't forget about that launch, NASA TV, 1:22 p.m. Eastern Time. Awesome stuff happening in spaceflight. My name is Kurt. The zombies are spawning. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Becca.